Good evening, everybody. I'm your host, the Supreme Litigant, and I'd like to welcome everybody back to Smart Low TV. If you haven't already, you already know the routine, man. I shouldn't have to keep saying it. Go ahead and pound that like button and pound that subscribe button. I'll give y'all a second to do that. All right, let me jump right into this, man. The title of this video is called Different Name, but It's All the Same. So, whether it's called a declaration, which is a pleading in common law jurisdiction, a bill in equity, which is a pleading in equity jurisdiction, or a libel, which is a pleading in an admiralty jurisdiction case. Those are the initial pleadings for each of those jurisdictions. All right. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to go ahead and start with what everybody's favorite is, common law. So in common law, the initial pleading is called a declaration. And everybody knows that the term declaration has more than one meaning. But we're going to focus on the common law meaning as it relates to the initial pleading in a common law action. So declaration. By the way, this is from Black's Law Dictionary, first edition. This is from a very, 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 very old law dictionary. It's probably from the 1800s or something like that. So let's just start off right here. Declaration in pleading, the first of the pleadings on the part of the plaintiff in an action at law. At law means common law. Being a formal and method what is that? I can't even say the word, y'all. I'm so tired. I'm sorry. Methodical specification of the facts and circumstances constituting his cause of action. Notice they say the facts. It's always about the facts, y'all. It's always about the facts. It commonly what is that? I can't even see some of these words, y'all. Let me make this a little bigger. I'm sorry, y'all. It commonly comprises several sections or divisions called counts, or counts is another word for cause of action. And its formal parts follow each other in this order: the title, venue, commencement, cause of action, counts, conclusion. That's different right there. Cause of actions and count. I thought these were similar, so I must be wrong. That's new for me. I'm gonna have to study that and see what they mean about that. But cause of action, counts, conclusions. The declaration at common law answers to the libel in ecclesiastical and admiralty law. In other words, it's saying a declaration is what you call a libel in the jurisdiction of admiralty and ecclesiastical. And they're saying the same thing about the bill in equity. So if you're litigating a suit, they call it suit. They don't call it an action in common law. They call it a suit. So if you're litigating a case in equity, the initial pleading would be called the bill in equity. That's what it'll be called. The petition in civil law, and the what is that? The complaint in cold pleading, and the count in real actions. So basically, don't focus on nothing else. The point of this video is to just to show y'all that it doesn't matter which jurisdiction you're litigating in, just as long as you're following all the rules and procedures. And I also want to point out the fact that don't let this stuff confuse you. A lot of people that they let this stuff confuse them. Do not let this stuff confuse you, y'all. It is not hard. I promise you, it's not hard. So let me go somewhere else, and I'm gonna go here. And this is the Black's Law Dictionary, the 8th edition. We're gonna go to declaration here. Now this law dictionary is extremely long, so I'm not gonna look up all of those terms in this video, but I'm gonna show you what a declaration is. Now, of course, like I said, there's a lot of definitions for the word declaration. So you have to scroll down until you find the definition. It's going to be number 7, if I'm not mistaken. So we're just going to scroll down, and we are at What is this? There it is right here. Right here. Common law pleading. The plaintiff's first pleading in a civil action. It's a declaration. That's in an action at law. So the plaintiff's first pleading in a civil action in a court of equity or a chancery court would be a bill in equity. It's the same thing. It's just a different name, y'all. Same thing, just a different name, and you're asking for a different remedy. In common law suits, you're asking for a remedy at law. In an equity, I'm sorry, in a common law action, you're asking for a remedy at law. In an equity suit, you're asking for a equitable remedy. It's the same thing, y'all. The same thing. You have to plead. In common law, you just plead facts to show that you're entitled to the relief that you're seeking. Same thing in equity. It's the same exact thing, but you just have to ask for a remedy that is exclusively belonging to the jurisdiction of common law. Same thing goes for equity. Let's see. It is an something must have happened. It is an amplification of the original writ on which the action is founded, with the additional circumstances of the time and place of injury. When you see injury, they're not talking about a physical injury, they're talking about the violation of your rights. The violation of a right is an injury. In a real action, the declaration is called a count. Oh, okay, I see what they're saying now. Today, the equivalent term in English law is statement of claim. In most American jurisdictions, it is called a petition or complaint. So all you got to do is read, man. That's all you got to do is read. Uh, Pleading, corpus juris secundum, pleading section 19. What is that? No, section 96. The declaration is a statement of all material facts constituting the plaintiff's cause of action in a methodical. I can't even pronounce that word. Let me skip it, y'all. Y'all don't laugh at me. Sometimes I can pronounce that word and sometimes I can't. It's just one of those days. In a cause of action in a methodical, I said it, in legal form. It consists of the following parts: statement of, what is it? Statement of title of court, statement of venue in margin, the commencement, the body, or statement of the cause of action, and the conclusion. So they're citing the authority on why they're saying what they're saying right here. This is the authority that I just highlighted for y'all. That's the authority. So that's a declaration. Now we're going to go back to this old law dictionary, and we're going to go to the term bill. Now, everybody know that the term bill has a lot of meanings. So, but in equity practice, a bill in equity, a formal written complaint in the nature of a petition addressed by suitor. Notice, remember when I told y'all that they call uh, equity actions, equity suits, they call them suits. You would be the suitor. Petition addressed by a suitor in chancery to the chancellor. The chancellor is another word for judge, or to a court of equity or a court having equitable jurisdiction. Focus on something right here, y'all, just to let y'all know. It's the same thing, y'all. Showing the names of the parties, the same thing you do in an action at law, stating the facts which make up the case and the complainant's allegations. Same thing you do in a case at law, in action at law, averring that the acts disclosed are contrary to equity and praying for process and for specific relief or for such relief as the circumstances demand. That's equity, y'all. So when you're asking for a just and proper remedy, that sounds in equity to me. All right, let's go to the L's in this same law dictionary. Now, in actions, not actions, but in admiralty, they don't call it a declaration, and they don't call it a bill in equity. It's called a libel, and whoever files the libel is called a libelant. In admiralty practice, to proceed against by filing a libel, to seize under admiralty process at the commencement of a suit. In practice, the initiatory pleading on the part of the plaintiff or complainant in an admiralty or ecclesiastical cause corresponding to the declaration, bill, or complaint. So they're saying it's the analogous or it's the same thing as a declaration, which is a common law complaint, or a bill, which is an equity complaint. Let's see. This looks interesting. I'm gonna go down here and show you to the libeling right here. The complainant or party who files a libel in an ecclesiastical or admiralty case corresponding to the plaintiff in actions at law. Libelant, libel. It's a different name, but it's all the same. So if you got a case and you want to file a bill in equity, you want to litigate a case under the equitable jurisdiction, you need to plead facts that show that they are contrary to equity. Equity is just. Equity is it's just fairness. That's all equity is. Just and fairness and righteous. They say it's brutal too. That's another one. But anyway, all of this stuff is the same thing. It's just a different name. That's it. That is it. And you're doing the same exact thing for each one. You're just asking for a different type of remedy, um, depending on the nature of the action. So I'm gonna say this again. I'm just gonna keep repeating this until y'all get this shit. So if you're filing a declaration, which is a common law action, then you want a remedy exclusively relating to the jurisdiction of the common law. That's it. And that would be money damages. Or if you're going to file a bill in equity, you're going to file your bill in the court of chancery. The judge, the so-called judge, is the chancellor, and you're going to plead facts, like I just said, that show that they are contrary to equity, and you're going to ask for an equitable remedy. You're not gonna ask for a remedy at law, because it's not this is not an action at law. This is a bill in equity. This is a suit in equity. Is this making sense for y'all? I hope it is. This stuff is not hard. All you do is just pleading facts. Facts, 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 facts. It's always about the facts of the case. Always. Hopefully this helped y'all understand. Libelly. Let's go down here. Libelly, a party against whom a libel has been filed in an ecclesiastical court or admiralty. So it's just like another word for defendant, or so to speak. This will be the complainant or the plaintiff, and this will be the defendant. Same shit, y'all. They just changing the names. That's all they doing, y'all. Just changing the names. Same shit. Anyway, hopefully this video helped y'all understand it a little bit better. So if you haven't, y'all know the routine. Pound that like button, man, and give me get them. Let's get them subscribers up, man, because I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers. Trying to monetize my channel. Whew, sorry about that, y'all. I had a long day. Anyway, that'll be the end of this video. The Supreme Litigant is out. Peace. Where is it? I gotta stop this video.